Um, just, I don't know. I, when I was like 10 or 11, think, I think I was 11 that time, maybe. I'm not positive or sure, but, I liked somebody and, they, like, throw me away like I was a piece of trash, and I didn't, I couldn't respect that at all. And yeah, it blew my mind because I wasn't thinking about it at all. But it was pretty tough at middle school. I always got bullied. Well, I at 6th grade I almost find the girl I loved, but she had to move, and I really liked her a lot, and I couldn't forget that. And I was only 12 years old, so I didn't really know about relationship at all until I got older. It bummed me out. I cried so much. I remember I cried so much. I couldn't, I felt like I couldn't live. But, I couldn't even be by myself. So, next thing, 12. 7th grade, not so good. I got punched in the face once again. And, I didn't get the treatment I liked, and it was just not good enough for me. So, yeah. It was just pretty bad because how can you live that, and how can you do that? It's just like no one can, you know what I mean? I need a vehicle. So, next part. 13. 13, I was, being done with middle school. I remember those days. And it actually, it actually felt pretty good because middle school wasn't that great at all. It wasn't. It was bad. Like, I went to a bad school and I couldn't leave or anything like that, or switch classes or anything. So, yeah. 13, just, I couldn't really regain myself, and I skipped a lot of classes, and I couldn't do it anymore. And just my best friend Steven trying to help me. I remember me and Steven were really close friends, and it was pretty bad. And I was getting matured enough to like handle my own problems. I did, and it was pretty rough. And Steven didn't used to be, well, Steven's the same, but it's a point across that I don't know what to say or anything anymore. I always get disrespect all the time, but I always, look away and just don't look at the bad side, and I always look at the good side, because that's what I did, and, it helped. Look at this, thunder. Because this is one of my sad stories. It was like this, when I was really sad. It was just thundering and just raining. And I just look up in the sky and felt like I couldn't bring myself back together again. Alright. Yeah, thunderstorm. Thank you, T-Bird. 14. 14, it was just, I don't know, just not so great either. I couldn't,
Are you sure you need more snacks?
I couldn't even find nobody at high school. I was a little freshman with a squeaky voice, It wasn't my fault. It's okay, T-Bird. You didn't hurt me at all. I'm okay. Trust me. But I couldn't figure it out myself. Like, 14 was just not the best one ever. Like, I thought 14 was gonna be good, but it did sucked. And, freshman year was just not good for me because it was a new class, it was a new school, more things, more problems when you get older. And yeah, I know it happens all the time, but you just gotta move on. I met Caleb, and we were good friends, and I was glad to find a friend to be there. And I lost a lot of friends in the past. I lost my friend from a disease, and I couldn't. I couldn't be by myself because he was my very first friend at 3rd grade. And that was a long time ago. I know we can be friends, T-Bird, I know. But it's tough, and I'm just so, out of it. Like, I'm just not, I don't feel like a person, or just to be there, Thank you, Isabella. So, I was going on 15, my sophomore year. I don't know what to say on sophomore year, because I didn't really had any issues. Well, I kind of take that back, because I did kind of had little issues, because I was kind of a little too cuckoo and nuts. But sophomore year wasn't that horrible, but I can't remember what it was horrible about it. Alright, next thing. 16, junior year. Junior was pretty bad, and I dated a girl for like 2 hours, but that's not dating, and I couldn't. She really hurt my feelings and just be mean to me, and I couldn't think that. Yes, T-Bird, I know 16 was rough. Ouch. Ow. Wow, I just get ripped by a Jeep and a bus. How nice. But, that could be me right there, just getting run over. People don't really give a damn about me, because I'm just some different person. So, just saying, 16, it wasn't good, because I kind of, I was kind of happy at first, and then I just lost it, because I couldn't bring myself back together, and I couldn't, be there so much. Well, I did, but I just couldn't do class really well. Alright, going on 17. 17, senior year, my last year at high school. Really, really, really tough. I liked a girl, in my senior year, and she didn't like me back, and she just say, you're just an idiot, you don't know anything right, you're just too stupid. I always got talked down by that. It hurt, and I went away, and I did finish high school, but it wasn't the right time to do it. To like skip classes, do all that type of stuff. Because I just,
Hello, Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help you?
I couldn't,
Thank you, sir. Your spectacular aircraft is now ready for you at our nearest airfield.
Yeah, I know, T-Bird. She didn't know how awesome I was. And, I was an awesome person. I almost had a life that I had to live. But, just things went to shit, and I couldn't really regain myself. Well, there were so many girls I asked out in middle school and high school. So the total was almost 18. 18. That's a lot, and that's a lot of years. 6 or 7 years ago. That was a long time ago. I can't be doing that much, because it's just not right, and it's not good. But I have to stay away, and I had to get treatment. I had to talk to a psychologist, and it blew my mind, because I couldn't find the right person to talk to. I was just all alone, because he didn't understand what I was talking about. But I just wanna, be who I am, be Mr. Splash Man, who I am, the real deal, Harry, because, Harry was a popular name. My middle name is James, Harry James, and that's an actual famous music from the 50s, I think, but I'm not sure, but I think, yeah. It was just, nobody knew who I was. I was really sick. I was untalkative. I couldn't, couldn't find that person. I couldn't find no one, because every girl told me just to beat it and leave me alone. And yeah, I still got it today, but, not so much, but sometimes. Thank you, T-Bird. I wish I wish he did right, but it just doesn't work. It's just, I don't know, I always get bad luck every single time. It was just too much. I can't stand, being by myself, and, oh god. Okay. Thank God. That was close. So, what was I saying? I just couldn't be the person that I could be. And so when I got to CTP, which is community school, I kind of did like somebody, and somebody's watching, and that person I liked, but I wish it turned out awesome, but I don't. And you know, Steven's telling me that, you know, what was I gonna say? Steven's just telling me that, you know, and I told him too, I never want to take his girlfriend away because I don't want to do it. Because I'm not that type of person. Because I'm not going to take somebody's girlfriend away. Because that's just wrong, and it's just not, and it's not polite either. So, yeah. I did like you, Isabella. I know. I did, and I wish things turned out right, but, you know, you were dating Keaton, and I couldn't, you know, liked you. You know. But, yeah. It's tough. I know. Now I gotta drive all the way.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them round.
Hold on a second.
It's on the way.
Thank you. Thank you, T-Bird. I don't know what to say. I know, I am the man. Thank you, T-Bird. It's just, you know, I really liked you, T-Bird, and I did not know things were gonna turn out not good. You know, I knew something was gonna happen, and, you know, I was gonna regret it someday, and I did. I did again, and, you know, I should not be, you know, experience that because, you know, it's just not good. Back, you know, in 2004, I was only, let's see, 2, 3, so I was around 6 years old when I was in elementary school. Way before I came to Oregon, elementary was the best. And, you know, I was a little kid, and I didn't have problems. I know, T-Bird, there's nothing wrong. But it just, you know, it wasn't like today, right now, because, you know, every time, because I live right next to a school, and when the elementary kids look at me, they look so mean, you know. 2017 was just, you know, I thought it was going to be a good year, but it just didn't turn out good enough. Everybody complained about 2016, but it just didn't work out because of Donald Trump. And you know, I don't really care about politics. I don't really get into it, you know, and that's a good thing too, because when you're into it, I just feel stupid, you know, for other people, but I'm just saying, no, it just feels kind of stupid. It's just, I had a good time, and when I was about to graduate high school, my dad couldn't be there because he had problems, and he couldn't, you know, be there for me, and he abandoned me, and I couldn't regret that. I couldn't feel that at all because, you know, that's my dad, you know, like father like son, like always. I know you can't see, but it doesn't matter. I'm still talking now. Hold on a second. you can see now, but I don't know, T-Bird. I just, I couldn't be the person that I can be, It was tough. It was really, really tough. I liked you, Isabella. I really did, and I thought we could have had a future, and be there and look up for something, But girls have their choices, and I can't be negative about that because it's just not right, and it's just not good. It's not a good feeling. But I think you choose the right person, Isabella, and I think you should move on with Steven, and that's a good thing too. I know I'm a little jealous, alright? I admit I'm a little jealous, and it's pretty tough. I'm a guy. Thank you, Isabella. I'm a guy, and, it's just, it's hard to explain, because being a guy is really hard. I think. I don't know. Well, being a girl takes more work, but I think guys have bad personal stuff to carry. Girls barely do. Yeah. I know, T-Bird. Wow! And, yeah. So anyways, next thing. I met T-Bird. Everybody knows you, T-Bird, I'm just gonna shout it out. Tiana. We first met on the bus. Well, not on the bus, but God, why did I say on the bus? Basketball practice, and I thought she was younger, and I did like her, because I didn't care about, who and why and what. I just liked her personality, and, what was she capable of, I think she was being responsible. I think she's a responsible woman, and I liked her, but, I did not know she was a little too old for me. Trying to be a girl for a week. Yeah, I know, T-Bird, trust me, I don't think you want to go back, T-Bird, to be a girl again. We first met, and, I saw something from her that I liked, and, I couldn't pull myself away from it, because, I don't know, love is strong, and love is a big thing. And thank you, Isabella, for watching, because, maybe you can learn something on this video too. Me and T-Bird were really good friends, and I felt something that I wanted to be with, and, I did not know she was a lot older than me. It's okay, Isabella, she was a lot older than me, and I did not know, because who wants to date a younger guy? Nobody. Exactly. Because, I don't know, I'm just young. I was like, what? Do you call me? Who? No, T-Bird, I didn't. I called you Tiana. I think that's your name, aka, because, everybody knows you now, and, I try to keep it secret because you know why I did, T-Bird? Because I did it for you, because that's what true love is all about, you know, being your guidance to understand and, you know, let them, you know, be with you. It, just, you know, I couldn't really be by myself, you know, and I felt needed and just wanted her, but, you know, it just, you know, it happens. You lose and you win. You lose. Just like in basketball, you lose.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
You lose. You win. Every single time.
Aight, I'll get back to work.
Thank you, T-Bird. It's just like in basketball, you know, just finding that gold, finding that gold and goal. And I know that it's kind of a slang word, but, you know, that's how I used to talk back then, because I couldn't, you know, I was a slang guy. Like, you know, I speak different English than anybody else. So, you know. So, I'm going to tell you a story how me and Steven met. Me and Steven met way back, like, frick, you know, my brother, like, he feels like a brother for me because, you know, he's responsible, he's a caring person, and that's a good thing too. And I really like, I did support him, support him, yeah, because, no, T-Bird, you didn't have to say that, but that's okay. But, yeah, I met Steven since 4th grade, and, you know, I did saw him once on 2nd grade, and, you know, 2nd grade was my first time being in Oregon. I went to 3 different schools. Well, you know, they kept moving me every school, and, yeah, I couldn't, you know, I didn't think about it, I wasn't upset about it, I was okay with it, because, you know, that's how you get older. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's just, I think I'm getting to the point where my relationships are actually gonna go over, because I'm tired to feel sad and be all alone. You know, I don't want to get hurt again, or I'm just gonna kill myself, and I don't want to kill myself. You know, I never thought that at all, but, you know, it's beginning a point that I am, and, you know, then I'm gonna regret it, and just not live a life, but, you know, that's why, peace of the rainbow, T-Bird, peace of the rainbow, shoot the rainbow. That's when I taught you, T-Bird, shoot the rainbow. And yeah, I was just, you know, dazzled about it, and I'm just getting to a cross that I'm just done. I'm done. It's just, the future is just not working, because I thought the future was going to be good, not going to be bad, you know, and I stayed by my own person. I stayed who I am, and I stayed who I was, and, you know, and I did have good friends, and I had good friends with Steven, you know, Because if I didn't meet Steven, I didn't feel like I was going to be the same person ever again. You know, because me and Steven were just like friends and laugh, have a great time. That was good times, but it's just, I don't know, since we got older, I won't, T-Bird. I don't know. It's just when me and Steven got older, it felt like we're not, you know, not a real friends. Like, we're still friends, but we're just getting to a point that he's just trying to push me away. You know, and I can't lose my best friend. You know, it's just, I didn't have a great brother because my brother was older than me. He was like, way older than me. He's like 31 years old. You know, and my older brother's an ass. You know how brothers are. But he was a true brother that I never had, and you know, I always wanted a good brother, and I found Steven was my good brother. But I don't know, since me and him got really older, I felt like we became not the same people. But I'm still the same person, the same personality, the same style, and all that type of stuff, all that jazz, woo. But you know, when Steven just, you know, and it happens too. Guys, when guys get older, we just, you know, push each other away. And you know, I wasn't expecting that from him because I thought he was gonna be a good friend. But it just feels like at school today, like he was just pushing me away, and he just called me weird. You know, it's like, what kind of friend is that? You know, and who tells when you're weird? And I'm sorry, Isabella, if he said, you know, I heard it too. I'm so sorry for you, Isabella. See, that's being a good friend right there. Because you always have their backs and, you know, have the same reasons. Same logic. Sort of. Yeah. I know what you mean, T-Bird. I know what you mean. It sucked. I just wasn't, you know, the person. And thank you, Isabella. You really, you know, you really made me feel good. Thank you, Isabella. And I'm sorry for you, T-Bird. Trust me. What else I gotta say? Steven was my friend, and I feel like I'm losing my friend, and, you know, I hate that when that happens every time. Every time, because I thought he was gonna be a good friend, because I didn't want him to be not be a nice person, because he was kind of grumpy today, and you know, something was wrong, and I knew he was not sharing it, and he just, yeah, and you know, I didn't respect that at all, because you know, you always tell what's wrong, and always tell them about their feelings, and see how you feel about it.
What are you driving?
Just the.
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up.
I'm just trying to find the
I'll bring it
person
to you.
who I liked, and I did, but me and her were really not, you know, talking or communicating that much, and you know, and I feel horrible, and I I liked another girl in high school, and she was my friend, and you know, and I felt like me and her were really close, but she just said no because I wasn't, you know, the real person. But, yeah. Because I was always too kind to people, and everybody, you know, just wasn't greetable for me. So yeah, it was just, I don't know how you can do it in life, you know. And you know, it's just, it's rough. It's rough. It's really, really, really rough. And you know, this is one of my darkest YouTube channel I ever did, and you know, I never used to talk about it, you know, in the worldwide, you know. But yeah, you know, I just couldn't feel needed. Look at all that money. That's what I do. Pay crime to make money. But just, you know, making a point for people who doesn't understand about relationships. Relationships are okay, and it's good to have them, but when you feel too much, then you know, it just turns awful.
Did I mention,
you know,
that
and
I have an MBA?
I get crushed. I get crushed so many times, and I'm just tired. I'm tired. You know, I'm tired of just being the dark, evil person ever. And it was just not great. I know, Isabella. I know. But, you know, you gotta learn your lessons somehow. And I did. I did learn my lesson, you know, and I felt way too much for a girl I liked, and I just couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out where I was at. And I'm so sorry about it. I'm sorry for you, Isabella. I wasn't expecting Steven to say that at all. I wasn't expecting that. It was pretty shocking, and you know, it was just, you know, it was not right, and it was pretty bad. So I'm sorry for you, Isabella. I hope you're still watching T-Bird, because you know, I just want to be your friend. You know, it's good to have friends. Just to be supportive. Fine. And I miss you. And you're right too. It's just, I don't think you and me will work out together. I thought it did at first. You know, but it just didn't work. It just didn't work, and I was not expecting that. You know? I think my mom told me about that because, you know, she was trying to protect me and not, you know, and I do have a good mom, but sometimes it can be a pain in the butt, and I can't really stand her. But, so, I'm just under the weather, and you know, it's just late, and I can't. I know, T-Bird, I know. You win. lesson today. Never fall in love very quickly. Yeah, I know. I did not know, you know, and I did not know that at all until now. Thank you. Thank you. And you did show me. You showed me how to do it, and I was glad for it. So I'm so appreciated. Thank you, Peter, for so much. Did this guy die already? Thank you. So yeah. This is aka Mr.Splash Man. You can call me T-Burn on the phone. I don't really care, you know. I'll be waiting for that call because, you know, I don't really like talking and I don't want to be alone. So this is AK Mr. Splashman signing out. Well, after this, because I'm trying to do this crate thing. See, the sun's coming out again. And you know, I want to say this too. My childhood wasn't so great. It was great at first, but I found out I had a lot of ADHD and I had a lot of enthusiasm, and I didn't, you know, it's not a lot of people don't really have that, but I do, you know, and you know, it's not a horrible thing or anything, but it's just I just don't get how you get it. I was just born with it, I guess. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna level up right about here. 162. I'll try to stream PS3 games. I don't know how, but I will try to figure out on YouTube. So, anyways, wow, I'm not even leveling up. Well, I'm almost, you know, I'm almost at 162. So I got 1,290 something, whatever I have. So yeah. So this is AK Mr. Splashman signing out.